wrong. You one of my inspirations for this YouTube shit. You, Mac Mula, Cash Nasty a little bit, because I fuck with him a little somewhat. I just fuck with his little. But Bam University, yeah. But DDG, Daryl, Granberry, what the fuck you on? I know that you're a Drake fan. I've been through this since your college days. Drake is not better than MJ. He cannot beat MJ, bro. This is if MJ was alive right fucking now, MJ would be selling out shit still. This nigga selling out shit still, and this nigga not even fucking alive. This nigga not even here. This nigga been going for over 10 years. No, it been almost 10 years. It about to be 10 years. The nigga died. No, yeah, it been 10 years. The nigga died in 2009. Like, bro, MJ been gone for 16 whole years. We still talk about this nigga to this very day. Nobody gonna talk about Drake within the next 100 years and we still be here. We know that. But with Michael Jackson, nigga, that nigga's timeless. You can play this nigga music from the fucking 70s and 60s and 80s right now, and it'll still sound like it's the first time you heard shit, bro. Mike is that nigga. I never been a big Michael Jackson fan when I was younger. I only know like This Is It, because that's my favorite song by Mike. I'm not gonna lie, Beat It, Dirty Diana, like a handful of like the popular songs, and like some unreleased songs, like not unreleased, but like lower songs, underrated songs. But bro, even I knew as a kid, when Michael Jackson died, bro, everyone had been sad. Everyone had been sad. I had been sad, and I didn't even know who the fuck this nigga really was. I knew him from watching the videos, from the direct TV videos, when they used to play the videos, when you used to go to the channel and play the songs and shit. I know this nigga from I Want You Back, Give You Loving, or whatever that song called, Loving You, whatever, I forgot what it's called. But yeah, bro, Mike is that nigga. Don't never compare. I hate when they do that comparison with Mike and Drake. Drake is not even that category. He's big, yes, but he's not Michael Jackson big. That's the difference. He will never be Michael Jackson big. Never. Juice was even Michael Jackson big. He was Drake big, but if Juice was still alive, he would have probably been like bigger than Drake, because Juice was already transformed into that pop sound with Miley Cyrus and all that too. But cause I think he would have been big like the Kid Laroi, but like I mean he was already big. He was already bigger than the Kid Laroi, but like he would have like exploded with that fucking pop shit, like dead ass. I think he would have exploded with that pop shit. But we're gonna see what the fuck my boy Hello Yasi talking about. Cause Daryl, you tripping, my guy.
What's poppin', y'all? DDG was getting into an argument with his homies at the Capaholics house, and Michael Jackson versus Drake came up, and DDG had something crazy to say.
So you telling me that Nick was passing out for Michael Jackson, it was okay, but I'm saying I pass out for Drake and it's not? Was grown ass man was passing out at this nigga concert.
All my life, I love. I mean, my nigga. It's Michael. I would have passed out for him at a Michael concert. But nigga, I'ma be glazing the fuck out of Michael. If I ever have seen Michael perform, bro, if this nigga was still alive and I had seen Michael perform, bro, I'm gonna be at the front row dancing to Billie Jean. I'm trying to hit the moonwalk on that bit. All type of shit. Nigga, I will throw a shirt at Michael Jackson. That's up, bro. No gay shit though. I will throw a shirt so this nigga can sign my shit so I can sell it. That's how valuable this nigga is, bro. This nigga is one of those ones, bro. One of those fucking ones, bro. Nobody can ever compare to MJ. No one could compare to Michael Jackson. All the MJs at that. Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson and Magic Johnson. Like, all them niggas are big, bro. Every MJ that we know is big as hell. Like, dead ass. It was at one point in time that Michael Jordan was bigger than Michael Jackson. No cap with Space Jam. What? Niggas don't even know about that, and I wasn't even alive. I was born in 2001.
But look though, it's warranted because Drake passed Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
Nah, don't do that.
So it's warranted. He did. He did.
Don't do that.
He passed Michael.
Nah, bro. Nah. It's because, bro, them niggas did not have stream back then. Them niggas had to actually go buy their albums and CDs and the tapes and all that. Come on, bro. Daryl, you know better than that, bro. I think you just blazing. You trying to make niggas mad.
Jackson is on the books. Billboard.
In what?
He got more number ones than Michael Jackson.
Okay.
What?
He's dead.
Shy
If he was still alive,
Now, this was outrageous. I do think that the guy that tries to follow it up with a basketball-related reference, it doesn't hit quite the same. But first, we're going to address the point with Billboard. Now, Billboard number ones, Billboard entries, we have to take into consideration two completely different eras. Half of Drake's career was during the streaming era, and the first half, you could say, was towards the end of the piracy era, but also the iTunes era. The reason why I say that is because during Michael Jackson's time, you couldn't easily get a Billboard entry. Drake, for instance, if he drops an album, all of those songs will hit the Billboard charts because the consumption is based off of streams for the most part.
Right.
Versus back then, if Michael Jackson dropped an album, maybe 1, 2, 3 songs would hit the Hot 100 because you had to work the records as singles, which was a combination of radio play and people buying individual records, individual songs.
Like,
that's why, like, there was lead singles. And you would have to...
Like, bro, niggas had, like, now, it's like with Spotify, niggas stream shit. It's not like how back then when niggas had to go out to the store just to go buy their CDs. That's the biggest difference with shit now, bro. And I still go buy CDs now. I had just got a free on the Apple Tidal CD. Shout out to my girl for you on the Apple. I love you. Yeah. But yeah, you niggas have to actually go out and buy CDs, bro. That's the biggest difference. It's the streaming era now. You definitely gonna be on the Billboard, because if niggas sit there and play the whole album, boom, most of your songs will be on the fucking Billboard or the Spotify top 100s or whatnot, because niggas listen to your shit. Niggas actually have to go out and buy, keyword, buy their favorite artists or the artists that they listen to albums or singles. That's the biggest difference. Like, niggas don't get that. And DDG, I thought you were smarter than that, but I think you just rage baiting. We gonna keep on going, man.
Press all of these records, CDs, whatever the case may be, cassettes during Michael Jackson's time as well, and then you ship them all out. So there was a lot more planning that had to be involved with a release. Versus Drake, he could just throw up a single. It's guaranteed to chart at least 1 week. So Billboard entries is largely a meaningless stat, and then you can calculate, sure, weeks spent on the Billboard Hot 100, that matters as well. But I'm not even trying to track those metrics, because the idea that Michael Jackson is not just the idea that Drake is even the most popular artist right now in the world is so deeply flawed. And I'm going to blame, maybe academics might be to blame for this, because he says Drake is the biggest artist in the world, when that's not even close. And we're going to run some stats to prove this. But first, like, I want to play you guys this second clip from DDG.
You saying Drake is bigger than Michael Jackson?
Yes. Right now, yes.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You serious?
Bro.
Whenever, when.
Whoa. Wait,
no, on some real shit.
Listen, on some real dead that still, that was Michael Jackson. Y'all know who Michael Jackson is.
Man, Michael Jackson died at 50. Right, Drake
So?
is 40.
So?
How many years
Drake is
ago?
40.
How much?
This nigga was
No,
spending.
but look,
Bro,
so you telling me whenever Drake,
this nigga was famous since he was like 6 years old. What the fuck? Of course, this nigga died at 50. So? That nigga was relevant for 60. Nigga, dog, shut the fuck up. You was a goofy anyway. Nigga, we know you that DDG, brother, nigga. That ass. I never liked Dub, especially when he did that TT shit when he first started doing YouTube. I hated that shit. Dub, you was a goofy. You bald. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if your fans come out and fuck with me, nigga. You was a fucking goofy. You was a fucking goofy, Dub. Like, Dub, shut the fuck up. You don't even got no room to talk, nigga. We know you as DDG, brother. We know you as DDG, brother. We don't know you as Dub for real. We know you as DDG, Darrow's brother, the nigga. Darrow's older brother. The nigga that had a twin brother that died. That's what we really know you as. And the crash out nigga. To be honest. Now shut the fuck up.
Yes, right now, yes.
Wait, what?
That don't get pissed me off. That don't get pissed me off, bro. It's proceeding. I ain't gonna say too much, man. We just gonna keep on going, man.
Oh my
he
God.
is.
Are you fucking serious?
Bro,
Tripping, man.
whenever, when,
Whoa. Wait, are you
no, on some
okay?
real shit.
Listen,
On some real,
that's dead that still, that was fucking Michael Jackson. Y'all know who Michael Jackson is.
Man, Michael Jackson died at 50.
Right.
Right, Drake
How
is
many
40.
years ago?
40.
How many years
Drake is
ago?
40.
how much?
Drake is 40.
No, but look though.
He's 40.
So you telling me whenever Drake, I don't want to put this in the air, but whenever Drake died, right? Whenever that happens,
I'm going with him.
look, whenever that happens, you think niggas gonna stop streaming it? This shit gonna
No. He's
niggas gonna
he's
keep
not-
streaming this
he's
shit.
not-
Obviously, but I'm saying obviously Michael Jackson died. Okay, cool.
Yes.
He got hits, cool. But whenever somebody like that dies, they not gonna stop streaming their music. So you can't
Nigga, what you
say.
mean? Bro, what the fuck you mean? Nigga been streaming Michael Jackson before this nigga even died. I mean, this nigga was still getting fucking views before this nigga died. What are you talking about? This nigga was still about to go on the tour before this nigga died. The This Is It tour. I remember when that shit happened. I remember the exact place when this nigga died. I remember I was at City Trains with my mom getting some clothes, a Bugs Bunny shirt. I remember this shit vividly, bro. That's how big Michael Jackson is, bro. Niggas remember when they been at when this nigga died. The whole world been sad. Nobody, the whole world not gonna be sad when Drake died. Drake is a culture vulture anyway. The niggas stealing niggas' flows and copy niggas' flows and take it as his own. I do not like. I fuck with old Drake. Don't get me wrong. I love old Drake. Take Care, Aston Martin music, Drake. But now Drake is just so fucking. He's just so fucking egotistical, and this nigga is so fucking weird, bro. Money cannot unlame a nigga for real, bro. Dead ass.
Instagram today. How many followers would he have?
He probably have 1 billion.
More than Drake, Nah, right? he'll have more.
No, he
than
won't.
He'll have more
But
than
then-
Drake.
Why
look
are
though.
y'all acting like?
But look though.
Man,
Look though, Michael
if Mike ever had a real Instagram, like his actual Instagram, bro, then nigga would have probably like a quadrillion, whatever, bro. This nigga would have the whole fucking earth fucking following him, bro. That ass,
Jackson
bro.
though, he would be like 80 right now, bro.
No, he won't. He would just be 60. The
be
shit
like
is
60.
that Michael Jackson fell off when he was 40.
Don't disrespect my.
What?
Y'all your mind. Y'all
What?
your mind.
What?
Your mind.
What?
2010,
What?
Michael Jackson was-
What?
All right, dog.
What?
We gotta address the part
What?
where this guy's talking about Michael Jackson fell off, and he would have been irrelevant. Michael Jackson would have been doing stadium tours still. We got the Rolling Stones doing stadium tours. What are we talking? We got Green Day doing stadium tours. You don't think Michael Jackson would have still been doing stadium tours? And Michael Jackson was hot since he was 8 years old. So he's had a longer career than Drake. However, let's address the elephant in the room, because a lot of people, they use the statistics from Spotify and Apple Music to
That's the
justify
thing,
Drake
bro.
being at the top. He
Like,
is by
fuck,
far
that don't
the most
mean
streamed
shit.
artist
That
if
don't
you
mean shit for
mainly
real.
look at Apple Music and Spotify, but I don't think these tell the whole story. Because if we're talking about Michael Jackson, we are talking about globally. People dress up as Michael Jackson
Yep.
in the
This
middle
nigga
of
had
a village
impersonators.
in one of the islands of Indonesia that we've never heard of, that I Show Speed won't even show up to. And that was while he was alive, too. villages in India, places in Sri Lanka, places in Polynesia. These guys all know Michael Jackson. Now, when it comes to modern day, who gets close to that? It's not Drake, and I think the best way to look at this is via YouTube stats
And Drake
versus
only have
Spotify and
have a
Apple
good
Music,
bit
because
of-
Apple Music you can't even use it.
Drake only have a good bit of impersonators, bro. Damn, we have a lot of Michael Jackson impersonators. We ain't gonna speak on them, but we know.
That number one, they don't really give stats, and Apple Music is such a narrow. It just covers America, Canada, maybe a couple of European countries. I think South Korea, I think they use Apple Music, but Apple Music does not have a big base globally speaking, and it costs money. So if we're going to talk about which platform is free and has the most listeners across the world, it's going to be YouTube. And people also view music videos a lot too. Like if you go to certain other countries, the way that they play music is just like a 50-track playlist, 3-hour video on YouTube that the taxi driver's listening to with random hits. That's just how it works. So let's just pull up the statistics, the top YouTube charts for weekly views for artists globally for...
Hey, something telling me that this nigga something telling me that bro gonna say that he got relevance again because the biopic, but that's not it. That's definitely not it. That's definitely not it.
The current week. And who do we have at number 4? Michael Jackson. So already he's ahead of Drake. Drake, on the other hand, is at number 6. However, Drake has jumped 49 spots on YouTube from number 55 last week. And you can see also he's at number 4. Michael Jackson was at number 4 the previous week. So Michael Jackson's catalog has not changed. Yet Drake's drops 3 albums, a lot of hype, a lot of people are going to check it out. So he jumps up to number 6, and that's still not enough to put him above Michael Jackson. Now, I know what people are going to say. They're going to be like, well, who are all these Indian acts? This is where you can do this on your own. You can look up the YouTube charts. If you go to a different country, India is 1-point-something billion people. So it's like, what, 15, 17, 18% of the global population? So they're overrepresented here. We're talking about geographically, not just numerically. So what you would have to do, and we're not going to do this for every single country, but let's say Indian artists, right? You would have to go to a different country that's less likely to listen to Indian artists. Let's say Malaysia. You go to Malaysia, all of these Indian artists that you see at the top, they're probably not going to be there anymore. And then you just categorize it by the American artists, or whichever artist is going to be closest to the top at every country. And that's most likely going to be Michael Jackson. But when you look at globally, let's just look at the first week of January for global charts. Of course, there's going to be some Indian acts in the beginning because it's such a it's a free platform. It's widely used in India. They had their whole industry there. T-Series was the most subscribed channel at one point. But circling back to January, the first artist at number 6 is Bad Bunny. And this is where it isn't represented all the way accurately because Bad Bunny is another geographical act where certain regions of the world, like most parts of Asia, Russia included, they're not really listening to him. South Asia, not so much either. But other acts, Bruno Mars is big. Like if you could say that Bruno Mars is closer to Michael Jackson than Drake is to Michael Jackson.
Hell yeah.
You go across the world, everyone's listening to Bruno Mars.
Him and Chris Brown.
Also, Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, globally speaking, is bigger than Drake.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's also above him on this list. Eminem is bigger than Drake.
Hell yeah, for
globally speaking. He's closer to Michael Jackson. Who else? I don't know if I would say Taylor Swift, but Rihanna. Rihanna certainly. Ariana Grande as well. Ed Sheeran. All of these pop acts are above Drake when it comes to the global charts. Drake, if we're looking at the first week of January, was at number 85 globally on YouTube charts.
That's bad.
Even YoungBoy was above him, but this is where I think YoungBoy is a different story. Like he just has a lot more music on YouTube,
Yeah, he
and a
got
lot more
bunch
of his fan base is on YouTube
yeah,
versus
he got
a Drake. But
hectic
I think
fan
it was
base.
fair to give it to Drake. In the past week, this guy was at number 6. And that still wasn't enough to get to Michael Jackson. Like I
Right.
said, Ed Sheeran, these other guys, they're bigger than Drake. I wouldn't say Billie Eilish. I don't think she's as recognizable yet. But the names
definitely up there,
of these
though. She's
pop
definitely getting
acts,
up there.
especially from the
She's
early
definitely getting
2010s,
bigger.
I'm willing to venture to say that Nicki Minaj is right up there with Drake, globally
yeah.
speaking,
Oh, yeah.
with how famous she is and her proximity to Michael Jackson. But that's why I don't really get. I think it's just a strictly Western comparison, or North America at that, for people to say that, yo, Drake is right up there with Michael Jackson. Maybe it's because he has so many, because he's talking about Billboard. Billboard is strictly the United States that they're counting. Like, yeah, there's a Billboard global chart now, but that didn't exist when Michael Jackson was dropping hits. And probably on a regular basis, he might outrank him with some of his albums, but he's passed away. So, of course, he has that legend status. And you can't all the way compare things now, because I'm willing to say it's too hard to become a superstar now. Also, The Weeknd.
Facts.
The Weeknd is closer to Michael Jackson
Yeah,
than
he's
Drake
big as
is. The
fuck.
Weeknd's done a global stadium tour. Global stadium tour. I don't think Drake could do that. Drake doing a stadium tour in North America and maybe Europe, I think it's possible
And
for sure.
Canada,
He's got
yeah.
the hits for it. I think he's got the longevity for it. I think he would have to bring somebody with him. But I think there are a lot of other artists,
fuck this nigga got on?
even rappers. Like I said, Eminem, as a rapper, is closer in fame and people passing out over him, globally speaking, than Drake is. Closer to Michael Jackson. But people don't want to hear that because, funny enough, in North America, in like the hip hop sphere, Eminem doesn't get that level of, in hip hop conversations, I should say, he doesn't get that level of, oh yeah, he's like Michael Jackson, because frankly, Eminem, at least in the past 15 years, hasn't had the hits that Drake has had. So it makes sense. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And actually, let me know in the comments, this is where I want the foreign viewers to be as vocal as possible.
Yeah,
Like, I know
please,
we've got some
please.
people from
'Cause
Australia here.
I gotta look
I know
at
we've
this.
got some people from South Africa, certainly here. And just every single part of the world. But I need you to speak up and say who are some artists from America or Canada. Let's just say UK.
Cool. Hey, bro, DDG, I don't know what you're talking about, Dub. You a goofy. We only know you for being DDG, brother, bro. DDG had the worst opinions in history. Yeah, that is facts. He do have bad opinions. But sometimes I don't think he be rage baiting niggas just to get some relevancy. Michael Jackson was part of the Jackson 5. Nobody ready to put in those numbers. Facts. For sure. No, facts. That is definitely, that is facts. Nah, fact. Bro made man and woman faint. Doo-doo garbage with that Drake feature. And it's facts. He definitely want that Drake feature. His early music did remind me of like Take Care Drake. Not no Drake hater, but comparing Drake to MJ is genuinely one of the most dumbest things I ever heard. Nah, facts right here. This sums it up right here. I don't think Bad Bunny, Taylor Swift, BTS, and Drake pulled together are more popular than Michael Jackson at his peak. Come on. That's all I have to say.